Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Dragonwriter, a tribute to Anne McCaffrey and Pern, by Todd McCaffrey. Performed by Emily Durante, Mel Foster, Janis Ian, and Todd McCaffrey.
Introduction by Todd McCaffrey. All too often, we try to measure a person by cold, hard facts. When they were born, when they died, their marriages, their children, their schooling. Is that really enough to illuminate a soul? What about when they cried in despair, wept for joy, screamed in exultation? Aren't all those memorable moments? When they sang, when they played, when they loved. What is it truly that marks a life and gives it shape? Those of you who are reading this probably have already met some aspect of Anne McCaffrey. Most likely you know of her as the science fiction author of the famous Dragonriders of Pern series. Perhaps you first found her with The Ship Who Sang, or with To Ride Pegasus, or any of some hundreds of other novels, novellas, novelettes, and short stories. So you know a part of Anne McCaffrey, and you're reading this because you'd like to know more, perhaps to see her through different eyes, ones that knew her in a different light or from another perspective. Dragonwriter presents essays by people who knew Anne McCaffrey from various stages of her career and various points in her life that we hope will illustrate the life and passion of this marvelous person in ways previously not explored. You'll get a chance to hear recollections from all three of her children, Alec, her eldest, middle child Todd, me, and the youngest, daughter Georgeanne Kennedy, as well as from people who knew her most of her adult life, people who only met her through her writing, and people who knew her entirely outside of her writing. It is not really possible to present Anne McCaffrey to you in a clear, concise way. It is simply not possible to show but snippets of the rainbow of her personality, of the array of ages in her life. By way of background, from a high-level, distant view, it is possible to say that Anne McCaffrey was born on April Fool's Day in 1926 to a stern disciplinarian by the name of George Herbert McCaffrey and his wife, Anne Dorothy McElroy McCaffrey. She was the second of what were to be three children and the only daughter. Her father served as lieutenant in the First World War, was a reservist between the wars.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?